freedom of expression is a term that we hear frequently. And when I first hear these words, I think that it implies the freedom to say whatever you want, whenever you want. When in fact, freedom of expression means that you're allowed to share your opinion respectively to what others next to you thinks about it. So you can't just go on and attack anyone with your words and affect them verbally as insulting people or politically attacking them aggressively. Your freedom of speech stops where the freedom or when it's the turn for others to talk, and that's my personal opinion about freedom of expression.
Most of the people think that freedom of expression is to express what's in your mind whenever you want, whatever you want. But that's wrong, because the general of the act of expression is to express something that reflect your opinion or your ideas. But in general, there is interest for the audience to hear what you would say, even though most of the people think it wrong, because they say it in the bad way, even in the wrong place, which it's gonna consequently most of the time be bad.
The feeling of expression is to feel free to talk about something like an idea you believe in, to express yourself freely, but without hurting anybody else, and not to be biased.
اللهم عليك بالروافض، اللهم جمد الدماء في عروقهم، اللهم جمد الدماء في بطونهم وظهورهم، اللهم سلط عليهم السرطان.
من أسقط من هو صاحبكم الذي أنتم جعلتموه خليفة له، هو أبو بكر وعمر.
من أخطر الخطابات في الإعلام هو الخطاب الديني. الخطاب الديني هو يتحول، يعني بعد الخطاب يتحول إلى قنابل وإلى مفخخات وإلى سيارات ملغومة. هذا الخطاب هو أخطر من أي خطاب، أخطر من الخطاب السياسي. بالتأكيد هناك أصابع طائفية وأصابع طويلة جدا هي التي تحرك مجسات هذا الخطاب الإعلامي.
Hate of speech is a bad method to express ideas depending on what you see of others, and it's a bad influence to those who hear those ideas, and those persons may be implanting those words in their mind and start printing out as a new vision of other people's. Hate of speech can affect the word and the individual itself, where his words are not trustworthy after a while. And I think hate of speech should not be, founded in a place where we live.
Okay, in most of the countries or societies, the hate speech are restricted because the consequently for it are bad, and people didn't understand it. But if we realize it and analyze it, we will see that hate speech, there is a good reflect from it, because when you want to ask someone about yourself, you will not be wait to say that you are good or you are well. You want someone to criticize you and see you and say to you what he's seeing by his eyes. That's it.
The hate speech is when you talk about someone else like you really hate or you not agree with. For example, here in Palestine, the political parties, Usual Fatah and Hamas, they are talking about each other because they hate each other. So they will be biased to their side, not to the other side, not to be equal. Actually, my answer will be yes and no, because yes, Because if we just stopping people from talking freely, then you will stop all the people to stop from talking. And no, since depends if you're going to give someone to talk about something, if you want to let him to talk, you have to know before if he's biased for some group or not. So it depends if you do studies or something like that, so you have to ask about it first. But in general, if you want to stop speech or to be people to feel free, like to let people to feel free to talk, then it's gonna be yes, you will stop all the speeches.
After seeing the video, I did not change my opinion about what I say previously. And I think that freedom of hate of speech should not be allowed to practice in every country because it affects the society as a whole negatively. And if banning the hate of speech causes the society to ban freedom of expression, I mean, people say that if you ban the hate of speech, that freedom of expression should also be banned. But if those people know how to use their freedom of expression, it should not be as dangerous as hate of speech, because it gives you the right to say whatever you want in a good way, while forgetting the bad thoughts and the bad words that can come out of your mouth that affects the people who's sitting next to you. And that's what I realized after watching the videos.